Hey everyone, Iric Guy here. Now, a question that people ask me a lot of the time is, how do I film steady GoPro video? Now, by steady I mean when you watch a video on YouTube, etc., if it's just constantly jerking around or whatever, it's not good, it's not relaxing to watch because it's just so shaky. It's pretty much, the video has been rendered unwatchable by most. So how does one make a GoPro video that looks really smooth and really immersive? Now, there's a few techniques, and as you see here on my head, I've got GoPro HD Hero 3 Black Edition on the head strap mount. Now, this is a cool mount. It doesn't have as much shake as a video would have if it was in one's hand, just because of the way it's positioned on the head. Now, what I always recommend doing to eliminate shake, I'll film, if I'm filming with my GoPro head strap mount, for example, what I'll do is use 60 frames per second at 1080p HD. And then that way I can go into, in my case, Final Cut Pro 10 on a Mac computer, and I can retime the video. And by slowing down the speed of a video, it's possible to, even if there's shake present, by slowing it down, whereas if it was regular speed right now, like say I'm going down a rocky road or something, it's like, if I slowed it down, it might be more like this, you know, just a more tolerable shake than the really rapid shake. So retiming and post-production is one way to do it. Now, if you really want to film with a GoPro and minimize the amount of post-production work to stabilize it, you can get a monopod. Now, one that I'm going to demonstrate, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, youtube.com/IricSky. But a monopod that I'm going to demonstrate is made by a company called GoPole, P-O-L-E, like a telephone pole. And it's an extendable monopod that's also rust resistant. So you can take it out in salt water, wherever, and it's got an attachment on the end, your standard GoPro camera mount. So by having, instead of having something that's just handheld, that's short, the shorter an object when filming with a GoPro, even if you're trying to be really smooth, there's still going to be more noticeable shake than, say, a GoPro on a 40-inch pole. It's just the way it works. So a monopod is a great way to eliminate shake. And actually, filming with those mounts, it's quite possible to film GoPro videos that don't require any retiming within Final Cut Pro or whatever post-production video editor to really clean up and make that video look perfect. So that's what I do, and I'm by no means a what's the word for it, a video expert. I'm not. I like to have fun with this. I like to buy new cameras, I like to buy new GoPros, I like to buy new GoPro mounts, I like to experiment with various filming setups. And one thing, speaking of steady footage, the GoPro suction mount really does an incredible job. You can put it on the hood of a car, you can put it on the front of a boat, side of a boat, any flat surface that's smooth, and that thing does an incredible job with making the GoPro video look steady. And something that people often do, if they're, say for example, you're filming, you've got a handheld GoPro mount, such as, let's just say, the GoPole bobber. It's a floating mount that's about that tall, you hold in your hand. A mistake that people often make, say they're filming while they're driving and they didn't want to use a suction cup mount, they'll hold their hand out the window with the GoPro in their hand. But what they're doing, they're resting their arm or their elbow on the window. So every bit of vibration that the car feels in the road, that film, the GoPro that's filming, is going to feel as well. Whereas if you simply lift your arm up, this being the window of the car, even if the car is kind of shaking, you can better stabilize having your arm up off of the windowsill. You know, even if the windowsill is shaking, you can hold it up here and you'll be better than if you had your arm rested on the windowsill, which is going to give it more shake. And I'm sharing all of this because you don't have to have a background in film to understand how to shoot an ultra smooth looking GoPro video. And one of the most frustrating things that I've learned, and I learned all of this from personal experiences, is getting that, what I felt was awesome footage, somewhere, anywhere in the world for that matter, where I was filming, And then I go back to the house that I'm renting or whatever, and I download that video and it's shaky. It's one of the most upsetting things ever. What's even more upsetting is traveling with that video across the world and getting home and realizing that that video is all garbage. So another thing I recommend for shooting steady video with a GoPro, anytime that you're shooting away from your home office area, what you should do, and this is just my recommendation, I would consider purchasing, if you're an Apple editor, if you like to edit in iMovie and/or Final Cut Pro, I would consider picking up a lower end MacBook Air just for your field computer. So when you're out in the field and you're filming, you can quickly send that video over and see if it's too shaky, and if it is, reshoot it while you're still at that location. Another thing that people may not be aware of for steady video is that now the GoPro app has the ability to download video directly from GoPro camera to an iPhone or Android smartphone, and that's handy because what you can do there, when you're in the field, you can download the video that you just shot with your GoPro to your smartphone and look at it, and you can tell if it's shaky. One word of caution though, when you're using a smartphone to evaluate the shakiness of a video, that screen size becomes an issue, because a lot of people, especially nowadays with tools like Google Chromecast, etc., a lot of people nowadays are watching these YouTube videos just like they do their standard television. They're watching it on their big 42-inch or 50-inch plasma, whatever. And the bigger the display, the more noticeable the shake. So even if that shake's not visible in that tiny little smartphone screen, as the size goes up, computer monitor, television monitor, huge entertainment room monitor, as that size increases, even the slightest amount of shake becomes more noticeable. So as a rule of thumb, when you're shooting GoPro videos, try to eliminate shake 100%. It's obviously impossible to eliminate 100% of the shake, but the closer to that one can get, the better that video, that GoPro video, is going to look across all different types of viewing devices, from smartphone to iPad to desktop computer, laptop computer, standard size television to ultra huge television in one's home theater room in their house. So I hope these tips are of value. Feel free to share your feedback. Feel free to share this video with others. And most importantly, subscribe if you haven't already, youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And also join us on facebook.com/IRIXGuy. And enjoy all of our GoPro videos. I know I've got a lot of GoPro videos already, and a lot more videos coming soon. So thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.